This episode is brought to you by Tapping Into Your Mojo, my 30-day course where you learn to reconnect to yourself and manifest your dream life using my 5 simple steps. This is my latest course and I am so proud of it. It is actually very popular right now and I am getting so much love from you guys about it. A little spoiler alert, you can rewrite your own story at any time. You can change the page, the chapter, and you can even change books or sections in the library if you wanted to. This is the course to help you do it, to let go of the stress and struggle and welcome in more fun and ease into your life. You're going to get clear on the life that you truly desire, the career, the health, the finances, the relationships. We get so specific, and then we show you how to bring that into reality using manifestation tips, mindset tips, daily rituals. And the best thing about this course is it's only $37. It's a one-time payment of $37. So grab yours. The link is in the show notes below, and you can send me a DM on Insta at Leslie and Co XO. You get so much value in this course. You get 5 training videos, guidebooks, and so much more. So don't wait. Get yours now and start tapping into your mojo. Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague, and this week there is a lot of celebration going on over here at Leslie and Co. Today is Wednesday that I'm recording this, and it's my birthday, turning 37, and super excited about that. And then tomorrow, the day that this podcast drops, which will be Thursday, October 15th, it is my 1-year anniversary in business. And it was funny because I recently got asked, like, what's my anniversary date in business? And I actually didn't know, because I have taken so many start stops and things like that I kind of lost track. Like I've been starting and stopping this dream of mine for probably over a decade. So it's been hard to keep track. But October 15th last year was when I hired my very first coach. And that is the day that I said, fuck this, I'm done. I'm in full. I'm not just making this a pipe dream. It's not going to fizzle out. I am going after this for real. So that being said, I have some life lessons that I want to share with you guys from my 37 years around the sun and my 1 year officially in business. my 1-year business anniversary. So, I have 20 things on my list here. At first, I was trying to get to 37, and then, like, I realized that we could be here for a while if I went to 37 things. And I like to tend to ramble, so each point's gonna get a little bit more than what I have written down, probably. So, I capped it at 20. It may be more, it may be less. We'll see what comes out here today, but I'm super excited for this. So, one of the like and actually these are in no particular order, just kind of what came to me, because there's some that are like in 16, 17, 18, those sorts of numbers that I'm like, oh, that's a really good one, why didn't I think put that earlier in the list? So these are in no particular order at all. Okay, number 1 is listen. Listen to your heart's desires, what it's telling you. You know, those little moments where you're asked to go to Bob and Sally's, but your heart is saying, no, I don't like being there. I don't like being in their energy. I don't want to go. But because you're a kind person and you can't say no, perhaps, you go anyway and immediately regret that. So listen to those things that your body's telling you, your heart's telling you. Your body also talks to you, because when you get sick, it's telling you that you need to rest, relax. And sometimes when you get injuries, your body's also talking to you, telling you things. For example, my biggest area is my ankles. My ankles like to talk to me a lot, and I've rolled them several times, and not recently, knock on wood. But ankles and feet are about taking steps forward in life, and they're your foundations. So if you're not taking steps forward in life and you're not listening to those nudges from your heart and the universe and those nice little guided moments, your body is going to force you to listen. So whether it's taking you out of commission by rolling your ankle and you have to sit and put it up and things like that, it's going to force you to take notice if you are avoiding the nudges from your heart. So listen to those nudges, because they are guiding you to live your best life. Question. Tip number 2, or point number 2. I don't know what the proper word is. It's not a tip. It's not a point. It's just a lesson, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, just do the damn thing. Like I said earlier, I have been starting and stopping my business for so long. And actually, there was a period in there where I didn't have a business at all. And that was my deepest, darkest time. And if there is anything that you have a yearning to do, maybe it's to take that trip or to buy that sweater you've been thinking about for so long, just do it. The more we bring in more pleasure into our life, the more we attract. And by constantly saying, no, not right now, you're sort of diminishing your light. You're ignoring, which leads me into point 3, your worth. You are worth everything you desire and more. So when if you weren't worth it, it wouldn't be brought into your field of or your realm. It wouldn't be brought into your space. For example, for me, there is no desire to become an astronaut, for example. That's just not in my realm at the moment. Who knows? Maybe that pivots. But there is a reason it is brought to you, and you you are worth it. You deserve it. And it's our mind and belief systems and all the things that tell us that we're not. And we need to step back into our power so that we can show, if you have little people, show those little people that they too can be, do, or have anything that they want. And um, if you don't have little people, you're still showing the people around you. You're connected to people for a reason. So know your worth. You are worth everything you want. And these are just rolling right together. Um, Stop talking yourself out of things. Stop saying that you don't need the shirt that you're looking for, or that you are it's squishing your light and your energy. It's what's a good like analogy I'm trying to think of? It's like when you buy when you get something, and I can't think of something right off the top of the head, but you know how like you take something out of the box and they have it, oh, a sleeping bag or an air mattress. When you take them out of the initial packaging and you try and fit those sleeping bag or air mattress things or tents, those types of things, back into their original bag, I don't know about you, but I can never get them things to fit back in there. So it's like that. You're trying to stuff yourself and make yourself smaller, but we are meant to grow and shine and be so much brighter. And that is what I am here to do. I am here to inspire you to step into that version of yourself and step into that amazing being that you are. Tip number 5 is to stop settling. Stop settling, which ties into the one before. Stop settling for, well, this is good enough. This is you know what I mean? Like, this is good enough, so like it ties back into your worth. No. You are worthy of your dreams, so keep that focus. Do the inner work is one of the biggest lessons I've been learning the last year. Is start looking at, okay, why do I not feel worthy of this thing or this business or item, whatever it is that you're going after? Why do I not feel worthy? If you ask yourself those questions, guaranteed the answers will come out. And if you're in the middle of a journaling session, it will flow from you. And you may surprise yourself with what comes. But by looking at and acknowledging those fears and doubts, you're helping to see what's really going on and the mind fuckery that your brain is playing with you, because it wants to keep us safe. It thinks that we are living back in the caveman days and we have this built-in fight or flight response. And that fight or flight response stems back to those days and running from a saber-toothed tiger. We either fight it or we flight and we run from it. But humanity and the world has evolved so much more that we don't need those fears. And personally, like I I want to tap into the feel good feelings. And I'm going to get into that a little bit more down the line. Tip number 7, release the pressure. I don't know about you guys, but I put so much pressure on myself. Put the pressure to have an amazing business. And if you think of pressure and when you start squeezing something and making it smaller, there is no room for vibration and expansion. And it doesn't have to be that way. We don't have to have pressure to be all the things that we think we are meant to be. But in reality, we just need to be us and not worry about the rest of it. So stop putting pressure on yourself. Ignore the to-do lists that you have, or give yourself like a couple hours or something to do. If you want to tackle the to-do list, give yourself a couple hours. Bang out what you can in those hours and then go have fun. Sliding right into point number 8, have more fun. Think of how you feel when you are having fun. Whatever it is that means that is fun for you. So whether it's having a few glasses of wine with your girlfriends or just being at your favorite spot in nature and just chilling, when we have more fun and do more self-care. Now, self-care doesn't have to be as complex. It can be as simple as having a bath or just taking a few moments to breathe. When we have more fun, we expand. We let go of that pressure. We raise our vibration. And if you think of, I don't even know what the right term is, but I want you to connect with the word sadness. When I even just say that word, and by all means, I don't want to diminish. We are human. We have all the experiences. We have emotions and we still experience these things. And it's good to acknowledge when we're feeling that way so that we can take a look maybe at what's not working or what is working. But the word sadness has a very low, stagnant vibration. But the word love feels so much lighter. Just even the words themselves have enough power. Or you think of a pond. I love water. Water is such a great, like, figurative, like, literal example. When you think of a pond that has no movement in it, it feels stale and like I guess stale is the right word that I'm looking for, but it feels as if there's no life to it. But when we're standing next to a waterfall or we hear the rustling of a creek running through the forest or wherever it is, you feel that water releases anxiety, and you can feel that by the power and the movement of it. Okay, I think that was the point I needed for that. Um, Point number 9 and this is one of my biggest struggles, is trusting. And I just heard this morning, is trust and faith that if you set a goal for yourself and it doesn't come on the day that you've set a goal, but you wake up the next day still knowing and trusting that it is still a done deal for you, it's still going to happen, it's just working out in divine timing, that gets to be true. It is true. So trust that the universe has your back. Trust that you are doing the right thing in the right moment. And again, it ties back to that pressure, taking the pressure off, taking the pressure off yourself. And when the next point is, when those things don't come to fruition, when you think, quote unquote, think they should, by shifting our focus to how things get to be even better, or how things are still good when things don't manifest when we think they should, that's part of the beauty, because you get to, it still gets to be good, even if you don't get what you want. And it's training ourselves to notice the good everywhere. And that leads me to my next point is, we create our own problems. We put all this pressure on ourselves to, I'm not sure why we do this, but I do it too. I'm guilty of it 110%. We create hardship by saying things are, oh my God, it's so hard to find a country property. Yeah, you're right. It is going to be hard to find a country property because you keep saying how hard it is. Or, I never have enough time. Do you catch yourself saying that? I never have enough time. We're creating not enough time in our minds. And this is how we create our own problems. So by paying attention to what we say and how we say it, this is how we manifest. And it's part of the process, I should say. And it's okay if you notice, I'm trying to spit these words out here, if you notice that you keep saying, I don't have enough time, by judging yourself for saying, oh shit, I said I don't have enough time again. Just notice, and you get to choose again. So, I don't have enough time. Instead of judging yourself for saying that again, make that shift and change that next thought to, I have more than enough time to get everything I want completed. You get to choose your thoughts again. And that's point 13 or 12. Point 12. You get to choose your thoughts again. Or noticing everything in my life is so hard. Or when's the next shoe gonna drop? By shifting our focus and choosing our thoughts again, we get to create whatever it is we want. Lucky number 13. Welcome in more ease. By taking time for yourself and having more fun. Even the simple thought that life gets to be easier and more magical than I ever imagined will welcome in more ease, and you'll begin to look for and notice opportunities where ease can come in. Number 14 is believing and trusting in yourself. Quite often we seek outside of ourselves and, oh, well, I like the way that so and so did it, so I'm going to do it that way. And I'm guilty of that. I've recently just found myself comparing myself to what others were doing and how can I make my thing be just like theirs, my program or my course. And I realized that, why am I looking outside myself for the answers? I have, and you have, everything you already need inside of you. When we trust in ourselves and know that we already have the right answer and believe in ourselves, that's again tying back to your self-worth. If you don't believe you're worthy of that desire, it's not going to come. You get to rewrite your own story. Number 15, you get to rewrite it. Whether it's changing the chapter, turning the page, picking a new book, or going to a completely different section in the library, you get to change it. And all it takes is a simple choice, and I don't know what else I was going to say. Sorry, guys. It takes a simple choice and deciding. If we waver on that point of the in between or indecision, that's where the struggle comes in. When you decide that you want something or want to go after it, and it proves to be the wrong thing, maybe, it still gets to be good because you still grew and still evolved because of that decision. Point number 16, connecting to your higher level self. Guys, this is huge. So one of the biggest things that has helped me along the way is getting clear on where I want to go and who I want to become. And it doesn't mean I'm completely changing who I am, but connecting with the energy. There's a lot of energetics involved, and you can be anybody that you want to be. It's like tapping into that energetic radio station. So if you want to be the world's hot dog eating contest champion, there is that version of you out there. Or if you want to be the world's strongest woman or man, there's that version of you out there. And if you tune to that radio station, that vibrational frequency you can connect with, and you can feel what it's like to be them, and it keeps you moving forward, and it keeps you focused on where you want to go. Or perhaps at the same time you connect to that higher self and you're like, nope, there's something that doesn't quite feel right, and it allows you to pivot. That's the beauty of life. We get to pivot anytime we want. Having support is one of the biggest things that has helped me along the way. Support in people who understand your thoughts, where you are, how to cheer you on. Sometimes anybody can feel a little crazy in thinking certain things or wanting what they want in life. But when you have the right support team, it changes everything. And that's why I picked October 15th as my business anniversary, because that's when things really started to change. That's when I hired my first coach and started really investing in myself. And um, I'm I'm working with a different coach than my first coach now, but they are both amazing and instrumental in where I am today. And I wouldn't be without where I am without that support, that and the guidance and showing me the roadmap and constantly cheering me on. And yeah. Okay. Taking notice of those little fucking gremlins that are in your head. The gremlins are what I call them anyway, when you are going after a goal or a desire, or it's those little negative thoughts or the negative Nellies that pop up in your head and say, oh, well, that's not really going to happen. You can't do that. Those are the gremlins. And we need to pay attention to them because we need to acknowledge them. Write them in a journal. Notice what they're saying. Perhaps you notice a pattern, because how you do something, let's say in business, shows up in how you, as well in how you look at your health. I'm trying to spit these words out. Or vice versa. How your health is how it can show up. The same pattern can show up in your business too. So when we disprove those and write a positive affirmation for those instead, getting our mind rewired for not thinking those gremlins are always going to pop up, because once you get to your next level, you're going to have gremlins from your ground floor that will pop up, and it's a process. They're going to be different gremlins and different things like that. Number 19, we're almost there, is stop judging yourself. Stop shaming yourself. We're going to skip right into the health category here, but stop shaming yourself if you eat some chips, or judging yourself. Oh, I really shouldn't have the fries with my meal, but I really should have the salad because it's healthier. That again is coming back to the pressure. We're putting pressure on ourselves. And when you tap into and go back to listen, and this is something I'm working on, okay? When we go back and listen to our bodies and what they're trying to tell us, it will tell us what it needs, what it wants. Do I want the fries today? Do I want the salad? Or maybe you just want to skip and go straight to ice cream for dessert. I don't know. But your body will tell you what it needs. It's always talking. So when we pay attention and stop judging ourselves for having the French fries over the salad, it gets to welcome in more ease. Tip number 20 is stop comparing. Stop comparing yourself to the people you see on social media. Stop comparing yourself to your friends and what they have and maybe you don't, or just stop comparing and just connect, love and believe, trust, know your worth, and connect to yourself. When you connect to yourself, you get to have more ease. You get to have more fun. And life gets to be a little bit sweeter. Till next week, have a great day. Thank you so much for listening. If you loved this episode, will you do me a favor and help spread the love? Go ahead and leave a 5-star review and share this episode on your Insta stories. If we aren't yet connected on Instagram, come follow me at Leslie & Co XO. And since everybody spells my name wrong, that's Lesley & Co XO. And leave me a line and say hi. Have an amazing day, beautiful, and we'll catch you next week.